Earlier, Chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC in the state, Alex Agwanwo, says workers, especially civil servants in the state, have reasons to celebrate. As you may know, International Workers' Day, also known as Labour Day and often referred to as May Day, is a celebration of labourers and the working class. The federal government has declared today a public holiday to mark the day. Mr. Agwanwo says this year's May Day celebration is different because the outgoing government is giving some parting gifts to civil servants. He says that as a Labour leader, he will continue to put the welfare of workers before any administration.
Workers have a lot to celebrate, if not for anything, for this present administration. Just 48 hours after we came into power, the workers' promotion that have been held down for 13 years that was released is enough celebration for all workers in River State. And the government made a pronouncement of the 10,000 employment, which is already ongoing, and there's a change so far as the labour movement in River State is concerned. We are moving forward the partnership with the government and the government willingness to look at the affairs of workers. This we have all seen it, and very soon, I believe by the end of this next month or even this month, workers will start getting their promotion benefits.
But the NLC National Treasurer, Akeem Ambali, says the outgoing administration has inflicted heavy hardship and suffering on Nigerian workers. Mr. Ambali, who is also the president of the National Union of Local Government Employees, said workers have suffered job losses, insecurity, economic hardship, and other calamities under the Buhari administration. He said some governors laid off so many workers in the north, east, and west. Mr. Ambali said there has been a loss of lives as a result of banditry and kidnapping, especially in the southeast, southwest, and the whole north. On the spot, the former Port Harcourt New Peng Zonal Chairman, Godwin Aruba, told correspondents to Ibi Oruwari that Nigerian workers have nothing to celebrate because the policies of the current administration have been unfriendly to workers.
The workers really cannot celebrate anything. They have never celebrated anything. The reason why I say this is because the incoming administration is also of APC. Then, of course, we have nothing to celebrate because all the policies of this government has been very to the life and the livelihood of the Nigerian workers. And I think, except there's a departure from what is on ground, then we have no reason to celebrate because for quite a long time, Nigerian workers have been frowning and groaning under a very debilitating situation we find ourselves.
Ms. Aruba said the incoming administration should fix the economy so that the wages of workers will have an impact on their lives.
Let the incoming administration put on their thinking cap, have the right personnel in place, and work towards ensuring that this economy that is in a mess, is properly channeled, so that whatever the workers are earning can make a meaning in their lives. So I think that is the most important thing for now. When they come and we look at the direction they're heading, we can now begin to say, okay, this and this are things to need to be done. But the first thing they must do to hit the ground running is to make sure that the economy, is put in the right direction.
Last week, the federal government paid the 40% increase in allowance to various categories of federal workers, but Labour leaders say the pay rise has been lost to inflation. With just a few weeks to the end of the Buhari administration, the inflation rate is at 22%. Foreign exchange is at 737 naira to a dollar, even though official rate is 460 naira to a dollar. Unemployment is at 33.3%, debt is 69 trillion, and economic growth is at 3.1% despite the minimum wage being increased from 18,000 naira to 30,000 naira by the current administration. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, says workers from sectors yet to receive the 40% pay raise should not be agitated as they were also captured in the 2023 appropriation bill. Speaking on Arise News this morning, Dr. Ngige said what is holding the implementation is for the unions to complete the agreement processes. On the issue of labour unions lamenting welfare conditions as the world marks Workers' Day today, Mr. Ngige said that workers must have renewed hope as all over the world, working conditions have been affected by the global economy. Away from that, the PDP in Rivers State says it is happy that the SDP governorship candidate in Rivers State, Magnus Abe, realized that Mr. Fubara won the March 18 governorship election in Rivers State. PDP Publicity Secretary in Rivers State, Sidney Gbara, said this while reacting to the withdrawal of Senator Abe's petition against the victory of Sinalai Fubara of the PDP from the Election Petition Tribunal.
it's a good step at the right direction, because what we are preaching is now that the election is over, let us all come together to build a unitary government in the interest of Rivers State. So the withdrawal of Senator Magdo Sabes from the Election Petition Tribunal is a right step. He has clearly seen it that the Rivers people has spoken. They've given their mandate to Siminala Ifubara, the PDP candidate, to become the next governor of Rivers State. And withdrawing means he has seen the truth and he has conceded to it. And we equally urge him to take a further step of aligning with Sim Fubara so that they can come together and give Rivers people the best that they desire.
Mr. Barra also called on other political parties and candidates to emulate the step taken by Senator Abe for the interest of the state.
And we equally urge other candidates to take the same step, because we are not talking about Rivers State. We're no longer talking about a party, either PDP, SDP, or ADC. We're talking about Rivers State, the good of Rivers State.
In the meantime, APC spokesperson Darlington Nwaju says the withdrawal of Senator Abe's petition will not influence or affect the outcome of their own petition and the evidence before the tribunal.
The only way you can do justice in this particular matter is to ensure that those who were robbed, those who were shortchanged, those who were denied their opportunity to cast their ballot or to have their wishes reflected in the announcement that was made by the INEC get justice for the efforts they made on the 18th of March 2023.
Chairman of the Labour Party Steering Committee, Hilda Dokubo, also had this to say.
Magnus has taken his position. Who am I to disrespect his position? That's fine. But you see, these are the reasons why when you go to communities and you talk to people genuinely, they tell you, what have we not heard from politicians? But when people learn to do the right things, things will become all right.
Moving on. The National Association of Nigerian Students in Sudan says all stranded students in the war-racked North African country have been evacuated from the country's capital, Khartoum. The public relations officer of the association, Amal Pantami, made this known in a statement on Sunday. He said there were a total of 26 buses and each bus contained about 50 people. Still ahead, CBN says no plan to phase out redesigned Naira notes. Stay tuned as we go for a quick break.
You are
Welcome back. The Lagos State government has acquired electric buses for public transportation. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in a statement via his Twitter account on Sunday, said the acquisition of the buses is in partnership with Oando PLC. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the buses have the ability to travel 280 kilometers at full charge, as currently existing BRTs travel at an average of 200 kilometers daily. He said Lagosians will no longer be severely affected by high fuel costs and carbon emissions will reduce. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB) says results for the 2023 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) will be released tomorrow. JAMB spokesman Fabian Benjamin, in a statement, also said all candidates who could not seat the 2023 UTME within their scheduled time owing to no fault of theirs would be rescheduled to take the examination to Saturday. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has dismissed reports that it is considering the withdrawal of the redesigned 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes from circulation. CBN's acting director of corporate communications, Isa Abdul Mumimas, in a statement described the reports as unfounded speculation. He said there is no plan to phase out the three newly redesigned banknotes. In entertainment, singer Tiwa Savage has received an invitation to perform at the upcoming coronation of King Charles III, the British monarch. The occasion will take place this Saturday at Westminster Abbey in London. Tiba Savage will be joining a star-studded lineup of entertainers including Steve Winwood, DJ Pete Tong, Lang Lang, Lucy, Paloma Faith and Oli Mars, who are set to provide entertainment for guests during the coronation concert and big launch on Sunday. In sports, referees body PGMOL says it strongly refutes suggestions by Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp that referee Paul Tierney's actions were improper during Saturday's 4-3 win over Tottenham. The Football Association are also looking into Klopp's post-match comments after he said Tierney appears to have something against his team.
And now we're bringing news from around the world.
Authorities in Ethiopia say they have detained 47 people, including journalists, activists, and campaigners, for executing a terrorist act and attempting to overthrow the government in the northern regional state of Amhara. The arrest comes days after a senior official of Ethiopia's ruling Prosperity Party and his bodyguards were shot dead there. The alleged culprits, who were identified by Ethiopian security and intelligence agencies, had already been jailed before the killings. The federal government said it had to take decisive measures against extremist forces in the region. On the news this afternoon, you heard PDP, APC, Labour Party have reacted as SDP governorship candidate Magnus Abe dropped his petition at tribunal. Labour leaders have tackled the government as World Max Workers' Day today. National Association of Nigerian Students in Sudan says all Nigerian students have been evacuated. CBN says there was no plan to phase out the redesigned Naira notes. On the foreign scene, authorities in Ethiopia say they have detained 47 people for attempting to overthrow the government. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this afternoon. Peace is the path to the prosperity of any nation. Let peace reign. I am Kalada Kurubatubo. Good afternoon. Sunny Side with Constance Mega is up next. Stay tuned.